Okay, today we're going to talk about prototypes. What are they? Why do we need them? So let's start. I created two files, index.html, which is written like this, and index.js. We have nothing in index.js, but we'll fix it soon. So first of all, what do we need? I'll write new object. This object I will call dog. So const dog equals to curly braces. So, and this object will have a few properties. One property will be, for example, age, and dogs doesn't live a lot, so we'll say that their age is 3, comma. Next, one property is name. So this dog's name will be, for example, Max, comma. And the last but not least, we will create a method. This method will call bark. So bark function, yes, and curly braces, and this function will do nothing but console.log string, and this in the string we will write bark. So let's save it, refresh our page, and in our console in our browser we can write our object's name, dog. So let's write dog, and here we go. We can see our dog's name, our dog's age, and function. We'll enter this, and as you can see, we have age, name, and everything we need. So then we can write dog dot age, and we'll see our dog's age. Then we will write dog dot name, and we will see our dog's name, which is cool. And the last one, we will say dog dot say dog dot not say, just dogs doesn't say bark, dog dark bark. And if you write it like this, we will see our function inside, what we have inside our function. But if you write another way, dog smarter way, that bark, yes, and curly braces, we'll see bark. That's what we needed. That's that's perfect. That's what we need. Cool. So we have completed this. What can we do now? We can write dog dot say hello. Yeah, for example, let's imagine that dogs can say hello, curly braces, and uncut type. That's fine. That's what we expected. That's totally normal. But if we can write dog dot, for example, to string curly braces again, we'll see something really weird. We will see that here we have object. So what does it mean? I don't know. No, I'm kidding. I know. So what are we gonna do next? Let's rewrite our object dog. So let's here write new object. Yes, and these braces, round braces around it. Clear console, refresh our page to be sure that nothing will disturb us. And write dog. Yes, dog.h. So it's working as it worked before. So everything on its places. Sorry for my English. So now we'll do some magic trick here. Let's hide this sidebar. Yes, like this. Control B. Yes, and let's write here object dot prototype dot say hello. So and here v equals to function curly round braces, curly braces, yes, like this, console log hello Vasily. I don't know why Vasily, but let's call it Vasily. Vasily, yeah. So now what we can do, we'll do some magic. Let's here write doc dot say hello curly braces and type error. Why? Because I made something wrong. What did I make wrong?
2,000 years later.
So finally, after 5 hours of debugging, I found an error. Why we had this error? This error was because I forgot to reload my page, my HTML page. And also I got rid of example of my bad humor. I'm sorry for this. So now let's create doc dot say hello. When it says hello, it's totally fine. We are cool with it. Super. But how did it happen? So let's here write doc, enter, and here we can see our magic prototype. Let's click on the arrow down, and what we can see here, there are methods which we can call. There are functions. There are a bunch of functions which we can call from our object. And with these rows, we inserted inside these functions, inside default functions, or brand new function which says hello. How cool is that? So at this point, we can see that we can call say hello from any object, and I will show you that because we inserted this function inside our prototype. So how do we do that? We'll write const call object create dot create cow. Cow. We don't have cow. We have dog. We'll create our call from our dog. Let's refresh our page and write here cow. And now we can see. We have no properties inside the cow. So on the first row, we see nothing. On the second row, we inherited from dog our property age, method bark, and property name. And our third row, we inherited from a prototype from this very ancestor of ours. We inherited functions say hello, constructor, toString, and all of others methods. How cool is that? So right now we can call function say hello from any object, and we can create object from the objects that we already had. Amazing. But cows, that's another cow, that's another animal, so let's call it differently. And how do you do that? Call.name, and we'll say our cow's name is Orly. Okay, let's see what we'll get. So let's write cow. Wow, its name is Orly. Amazing. And we inherited from our prototype, from our object doc, we inherited a bunch of other properties. But we can change it. We can change them from here. We can say code.name, code.age, and code.bark, and we can rewrite them. So, what is a prototype? Prototype is a bunch of default methods which are constructed inside our objects. But as we know, in JavaScript, everything is an object, like completely everything. So let's write something like string. So how do we create string? Const string str, const str, and our new string. So Ctrl S, we load page, and write str, and we can see our new string. Cool, that's amazing. But if you wanna see what properties can we call for this string, we should do something different. We should create string in another way. New string, brand new string. Ctrl S, refresh our page. Yes, of course. Doesn't work. Yes, I know it doesn't work because I'm dumb. So, str, yeah, brand new string, and now we can click on an arrow. Super! And the magic is down below. We can see all our methods. So, and if you write, for example, to locally lowercase, to locally uppercase, yeah, str dot to locally uppercase, braces, and we can see our string has all letters are capital. How cool is that? So, I think this is it about prototypes. So, subscribe, thumbs up, and bye.